Alright, we are back from the break. Lafdul and Sinrae, invisible and now silenced, are up on the roof.
You see, I
And
cast other spells beforehand, though.
yeah, you cast, yeah, I know, you find traps, telepathy, etc., etc. So,
Yeah.
were you going to cast Detect Magic as well?
No, because I think I'll be pushing my luck with so many spells being cast.
Why? Pushing
They
your luck
still,
in what
they
way?
still, well, they all make noise casting their spells, don't they?
Not that much. If you want Detect Magic, you can have Detect Magic. I mean,
All
whether
right, yeah, no, I have
whether
detect
anyone has
magic as
noticed you or
well.
not, you don't know yet, but
Yeah.
do you want Detect Magic first?
The first spell that you want an order of spells being cast.
I don't care that much.
Yeah, I'll have detect
I mean,
magic
obviously
cast.
you're casting it before silence, 15-foot radius.
Yeah,
Okay, so
silence being the last spell.
you will have detect magic. Okay,
Yeah.
just because I'd been thinking of how things would be going, and you'd mentioned it, so I was thinking that you'd have it. So it's kind of how I'd
Detect
mentally
magic,
prepared.
pass spell, trace, find traps. Oh, and before any of this happened, I would have had speak with animals cast previously before invisibility, so Tayan knows to tug my arm when Lever gets a bad feeling. Like as in that was a predetermined thing,
Yeah.
so I've
Okay.
put it as my spells cast for the day.
All right. So you see three windows. One of them would be a little bit tough to get to since it's kind of over the uh, you know, why am I on the wrong thing? I'm on the wrong thing. One of them's kind of over the servants' entrance. Then there's a middle window and a rightmost window. Looks like the rightmost window opens into a small bedroom, and the middle window opens into a hallway.
Go for the bedroom.
Yeah.
See if there's anyone in the bedroom.
You do not see anyone in there.
Just because we're not making any noise doesn't mean. Actually, no, it won't matter because the creaks will be silenced.
Yeah.
You might want to see if we can detect any noise from inside the bedroom.
You can't
Well, you
detect
won't
any
be able
noise.
to can't
Right,
detect
right.
anything.
It is
Um,
completely silent. Now you do have telepathy between you, so you can essentially talk to each other.
Yeah.
I just need to check the durations of. To give myself a vague idea. Oh, basically 10 minutes on the silence before I have to cast another one. So I memorized 2 silences and 2 telepathies.
Okay.
Would they be able to
find somewhere to cast that?
Oh, if someone's got silence on there in a wooden building, would they be able to pick up the vibration of people climbing stairs and slamming doors and stuff?
Put a
Sure.
hand against the wall.
If they feel it. I mean, they may not feel it.
Mm.
But yeah, you could. The silence does not stop the vibrations.
Yeah, if you have to yank a window open, you'd feel that.
Yeah. All right, so you're
It
going to go
goes
into
with
the bedroom.
Yeah, we're going in the bedroom because that's going to have like information in the room. Hopefully.
Okay. You don't see an obvious way of opening the window itself.
Can I use my powers for silenced?
Yes.
Then I will use my power of knock to open the window.
Okay. The window. You see a latch on the inside pop,
So convenient that.
and you're able to swing the windows open and enter.
The downside is if they got any safe or anything, well, I just have to do it another day. The downside to this plan I would communicate to Sinrae is that when we leave this place, that window's going to be open. It'll be closed, but it won't be locked.
Well, hopefully they won't notice that.
Someone that's paranoid probably will, but yeah, something to worry about later. All right. As we start climbing into the room, trying to be light-footed as we can.
Yes.
Yeah, I also to know I'm obviously not wearing my armor. I'm generally getting quite light. I'm then taking my thieves' tools, maybe my potions, my scrolls, and that's about it.
Okay.
I've got a short sword and a dagger, and that's yeah.
All right. This is a neat and tidy child's room. There are, um, toys placed on the shelves. A bed is made in the corner, and there is a door that, given its positioning, you're pretty sure leads out into the hall that you saw from the window.
Oh, this looks like it's a child's room. I'm
Anything unusual about it, or just typical child's room?
Seems pretty typical. You don't see anything unusual.
Okay.
Oh, that this is a child's room. The parent's always going to be concerned about the child's safety. They're going to know if the window's going to be locked. I'm almost certain of that.
Well, I mean, they could always also assume the child unlocked it.
Yeah, not if the child's scared. All right, we don't leave this way.
Yeah.
We
good
lock
idea.
this window behind us. We go out a different window.
Okay.
They're going to be paranoid about this child being safe.
Did Braxon lend you the rope?
I've no idea. I didn't
He
ask.
would have
it.
if you asked.
Okay, but you didn't ask. He just said.
No.
All right. I was just curious. All right. So
I did say earlier that Braxon would lend the rope and the.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't think to ask. That's all.
yeah, he just said that he wouldn't have asked. So, all right. I was just curious. I was just thinking about other ways out. All right. So, yeah, I mean, it's a child's room. There are some toys. Everything is very neat and tidy. This room does not look
There might be a guest.
messed
Paying
up
for
or anything like
protection or
that. So,
All right, I say we look for another room.
Yeah.
Don't
probably
bother time.
Okay.
waste here.
so you head out into the hallway.
Yeah.
This hallway definitely does have that window on the end, and around to the right it takes a dog leg. You can see at the end of the hallway, right where it turns, there's a door, and there's a door basically right in front of you.
We need to make sure we've got that escape window open. See if it's. We need to check to see if it's locked.
The window at the end of the hallway?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is on your left now. There is a latch exactly like the one that was in the child's room.
Is that locked?
Yeah, it's locked, but it's one. Now that you're
Can I
inside, you can easily unlatch it.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we want to check room by room, or?
We've got stairs that go down. Problems of checking room by room. We don't know if we're going
You
into
do not
a
see
room
stairs
with-
yet. I mean, obviously there's going to be stairs, but you do not see them.
Can we see underneath any of the doors?
The door right in front of you. Yes. Little bit. Yeah, I think it's a bedroom.
Is there any feet?
You do not see any like feet.
Do I see any shoes on the floor?
No.
Try opening it, I guess.
Okay. The door opens, and you see what you would call perhaps a master bedroom. There is a large
good.
bed up against the wall, like a bureau on up against one of the walls, shelving, that sort of thing. It's very neat and tidy as well. The bed is made.
I'd say we.
There is a
search-
fireplace as well, keeping the room warm.
Oh,
So
it's
if-
currently lit.
So
Mm.
being used, but whoever keeps everything very neat. So there's no
Yeah.
dust or anything.
Yeah, they got servants, so
Yeah.
there's going to be a servant patrolling this place at some point. I'd say we keep it to this floor at the very least. We don't go down or up.
Well, if they've
I mean,
kidnapped
you are invisible.
people,
Yeah,
if they've
we're
kidnapped
also
people, they're probably down.
I would have cast a silence on a arrow that I'm just, or something that I can put in a pouch that I can get rid of if I need to.
I thought you were keeping a second silence for to cast on yourself when this one expired.
Yeah, no, generally speaking, because I've got the pouch, I can dispel the silence at any moment by putting the item in the pouch.
Oh, rather than putting it on yourself. Okay.
Yeah. So I would
Right.
cast it on an item.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I would just be holding on to it. I just have
Yeah, no,
like,
I got it.
something that's strapped into my belt.
I got it.
Sinrae is going to suggest we check some of the downstairs, especially if there's a basement. That might be if there are kidnapped women here.
All right, but bear in mind this silence. As soon as someone comes into the radius of it, they'll instantly know something's amiss. Because it's an aura. Do I know if it goes through rooms?
You
it blocked where it
think
was?
it does?
But is
It would
reduced,
probably
like,
be
faded
blocked.
out?
Well, it would probably be blocked by extremely thick stone.
Oh, these are wooden houses. So, no.
Yeah.
We better be careful, is what Sinrae is gonna respond with.
All right. Now, is there any letters, any diaries, information in this master bedroom? Anything underneath the bed, quickly?
No,
Behind the
nothing.
pillows.
Nothing under the bed. There is a roll-top desk that is closed.
Ooh.
With my fine traps that I've got currently active, can I scan the desk?
It's not detecting any traps.
All right. See if we can open it.
It's locked.
Can you try and open this?
Yes, I can.
Are you going to do
My-
something
I
else while
promise-
she's picking it?
Is there anything else that's locked in the room?
Not that's
Cabinet,
obviously
cupboard.
locked.
Actually, do you want me to open it? 'Cause it's slightly better.
What's your score at the moment?
It's like 90 something.
Yeah, you should go ahead and do it.
I will attempt to open it. You see if you can search around for stuff.
How long would you be willing to spend before quitting? Because it's 1d10 rounds to pick the lock.
Go to 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, in the meantime, Sinrae is going to poke
No,
around.
because
to
this is
see
the
if-
master bedroom. At the very least, there's going to be good odds. There's going to be something in here. Very good odds. At least I hope.
Okay, to your surprise, you get your picks in just the right place, and it only takes a moment to
Oh,
pick
85, sorry.
it.
My score.
Oh.
Actually, no, without armor. No, it is 90. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
90.
Oh, was it that close?
It was that close.
No, it is 90, because with the silence chamber, it's -5, so no, it is 90.
Okay. So it's pretty quick to pick that. You get your lockpicks in, luckily, just the right position, almost right off the bat. And you feel the lock click. And you're able
Yeah, 'cause
to...
I can't hear it.
Right, you're able to push the roll-top desk up. There are what appear to be ledgers, papers, that sort of thing. Sinrae has already moved on to check out the next door.
Oh, the silence is not gonna reach.
No, I
would
was saying
tell
I
her.
was just going to look around the room a little bit more.
Oh, you're still in this room?
Yes.
Okay, all right, fine.
Searching for clothing drawers or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
The
she's-
silence would definitely reach to the door of the other room, though, but that's fine.
Yeah, no, she's seeing if there's like if there's like a closet, like some sort of cupboard, if there's anything in the back of it, that sort of thing.
There is a shelf with personal items and books. It looks like they're mostly novels and history books, but most of them are in languages that you can't read. You're kind of extrapolating from those that you can read.
Any jewelry boxes or anything?
Not that you're seeing.
Okay.
I like the way you're just to correct you. Jewelry boxes. Yeah. Right, Sinrae, I say you can read common, can't you? Because I can't.
Yes, I can read common.
All right. Can you look through these things? I assume they're going to be written in common.
Yes, she says yes, and she starts looking through things.
You would be assuming wrong. They're not written in common.
Oh,
they-
what are they written? The Shao language.
Something like that, yeah. You've seen the characters around.
Can I try by 5% read languages? Does this take a long time?
You absolutely can.
You got to read languages, Sinrae.
I have modern languages.
No,
the
read
actual
language
thief
is
skill.
thief skill.
No, she won on that. It's only at 5%. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I rolled a 94.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's something I should practice in my own time.
I mean, did you put any points into read languages, Sinrae?
I have. It's just closed roll 20 accidentally. Shoot. I've
Probably
got.
not, because default.
I know.
I would have thought you would have.
I'll
but
take a
if you
quick look
didn't
at
know
your
about the
character sheet
skill-
since you did just close it out.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, you have. Actually, no, you have put some points in.
I was in the wrong place then.
Yep, you put it in the level plus 15.
Ah, gotcha.
Cool.
Nope, you can't make any heads or tails of it either.
These look like ledgers? They got like lines and then numbers at the end or something.
Yes, they.
well,
one of them
exist,
is
like,
one of them is
proper, like-
definitely a ledger. You can see what is clearly some sort of transactions, but the character set used for the numbers is not familiar to you, as well.
What else? If I were to guess what's in the next chest?
Well,
The rest of the drawer, I mean.
there's more papers.
What do they look like?
Some of them appear to have beyond stationary.
Does anything look like written communications?
Yes.
Like personal written letters?
It's hard to say since it's in a language you don't know. They could be business correspondence. They could be
Or they usually have some kind of signature at the end. so that's
letters.
what
They
I'd
could be
looking for.
love notes. You don't know, and you wouldn't necessarily recognize a signature on these. There are wax seals.
They're broken or sealed still.
So a lot of times you'd use a wax seal as your as a signature on something that would not be
the
sealed.
affixed things. Yeah.
You could. Do you have Lafdul? Do you have anything that could take an imprint of the seals? The seal, so we could at least.
No. Well, I got wax. That.
You carry soap.
Yeah, that takes time, and
Yeah.
if you can't see what you're doing,
Yeah, I don't think that would be very easy for you to get an imprint of this with anything that.
it's already hard enough with like using my thieves lockpicks. If I weren't like intimately good with that, you should probably give me a penalty. Actually,
Yeah, I
for
probably should have. Oh well. I'll keep it in mind for the next one.
that. Damn you!
If
maybe
there
You're always
is a
trying to
next
help
one.
them out. You're always trying to help them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we move to the next?
Yeah,
room?
and he pays me off for stealing my ring.
I mean, you can hope that you can remember what it looks like, kind of thing. Put it that way.
Oh, could I? Would I be able to memorize any of this?
Yeah, you're
No, because your
crazy.
memorization is for
verbal,
audio.
isn't it?
Yeah, verbal.
Damn.
All right, so you want to move on to the next room, or is there more in here that you want to take a look at?
I'd say to the next room.
The downside to any of this is that draws now. There's no way to lock it, is there?
You could try picking it locked.
Yeah, you could reverse lockpick it.
I will hopefully attempt to do that.
Okay. How long do you want to spend on it maximum?
How long have we been in here? So long, vaguely.
About
5
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Because I know my spell's gonna run out soon, so I want to get out the window, recast the silence, and go into the next room. That's the idea. So
I mean, when it expires, if you just stand still and cast it, I mean, again, you're not shouting the words. You can
no,
speak the words quietly and hope that no one hears.
yeah, all right. Now I will try and reverse lock it. We're not.
How long are
Should
you
we-
willing to spend? That's my question.
Sinrae, do you think we should take these papers? We're trying to get information. I mean, if we just break in and get nothing, then it's gonna be pointless. Yes, they're gonna know something's up, but that's the whole point of this. I think we should take it.
I take one of the ledgers because if they are slavers, is what Sinrae is going to say. If they're slavers, then they might be making notes of.
We think they're up to no good. We need to get information. I say
Yeah.
we take them. We just take the lot.
Okay.
Just put it in the pouch. It doesn't. I'm not fussed if they know so.
Okay.
Yeah, it just goes into a pouch.
So again, how long do you want to spend trying to lock the thing, or do you not care anymore?
I'm not going to bother
Okay.
locking it. So that
Alright.
they're going to know we've been in here. So
Yeah, we took the papers.
All right. So you head to the next room.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to take the same procedure? Look under the door first.
Yeah.
Okay. I will note that you do now see, as you come up to this second door, the hallway takes a hard right to the right, and at the end of that, you can see some stairs going down. And there is another door on this hallway as well.
Should we go right to the edge of the stairs just to see if we can see anyone down there? Just being really careful. Just to see if we can get a vague idea of people in here. Before going in this doorway.
You can if you want.
Oh, I'm offering a suggestion to Sinrae for our input.
Sinrae?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Okay. You do not see anyone down those stairs. They at the bottom of the stairs. There's an immediate right turn.
Oh.
So there, it's
It
not like
doesn't
they go
into,
down
an
to a
open
hallway.
room.
No, and it doesn't go down to an
So
open room.
annoying.
You're
Maybe
pretty
stop
sure
here
that the
left.
wall that those stairs lead down, and then the wall right in front of that is the edge of this building. So that's the corner kind of thing.
Alright, now we go into another room up on this level.
Okay. Again, same thing. Look under the
Yeah.
door. Okay. It appears to be another bedroom.
Any shoes, anything we can see?
Nope.
How many other rooms are in this? on
One
this
more.
level?
One more. Do you want to have Sinrae look under that door while you're looking under the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll do
saves
that then.
time.
So again, pretty much the same thing. Looks like a bedroom, and does not see any obvious feet or anything like that.
How's Tan? I mean, it's only been a few minutes. He's just in my backpack. I guess I just.
Tan seems fine.
Well, I can't really see him. I guess.
No. You would feel him though.
Yeah, I just stroke or something.
You go pat pat.
All right.
You'd probably go bite, but
Please don't bite. Bleeding leaves a trail.
maybe nip would be better.
Be a
Yeah,
good ferret-like creature.
All right, then we we go into the room.
Yeah.
All right.
The next closest room.
You the first one. Do you both want to go in, or do you want to each go into a different room?
Well, we should probably stick together because of the.
Silence. It's
Yeah.
gonna run out fairly soon, but go in this one.
Okay. All right. So this one this is also another bedroom. It's not furnished quite as nicely as the first one you went in. But there's also a sense of unusement about it. Like, it hasn't really been used in a while.
It's like a spare bedroom.
Yeah, you would say so.
Guest bedroom rather than a spare, or I don't know if there's a distinction between the two.
There really isn't a distinction. It's just that
Is there any articles of
it's
female clothing in here?
No. There are no articles of clothing.
Oh.
The
So like servants or just guest?
well, hard
above
to
servant
hard to
quality.
say, but it doesn't look like servants' quarters. They're more opulent than that.
Oh, does my detect magic get anything from any of the rooms that I've been in?
No. I will
Ah.
tell you if and when that happens. The room itself is like it's clean, and what kind of triggers it is that it's mostly dust free. But then you realize that there are a few spots that haven't been dusted, and seems like kind of thing that maybe it's just not being dusted as well, kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm not fussed about this room. Go to the next
Yeah.
room.
Okay. And that one, in much the same way, also doesn't seem particularly used. Same thing. Dust is kind of in the corners and stuff like that that were not in the previous bedrooms.
This is there no stairs going up?
No, you're at the top floor.
Oh, we're at the top floor.
Yeah, you're on the 4th floor.
Oh. Okay.
You got onto the roof of the 3rd floor, the building with 3 floors, and went into the 4th floor of this place.
Okay.
Makes sense. Sinrae is going to look vaguely where she thinks Lafdul is and think
No,
to
you
him
telepathy.
next. Yeah.
Are you over there? And I say I'm over here.
Well, no, she's just pretty much going to be like, so down the stairs.
Yeah. My spell's gonna wear off. I wanna pouch this silence
What's
and recast it.
what's the duration on it?
10 minutes.
Oh, it's 2 rounds per level. Your 5th level.
6th level.
6th level, so 12 minutes. Okay.
How long's it? Yeah, 2 rounds a level.
Yeah, as you are looking around this room, you realize that your spell just expired.
Alright, cast level.
Okay.
What's casting time? It's cast 5, so it's a reasonably lengthy spell.
All right. So you
I
head down.
ask Sinrae to put her ear to the floor as I'm casting it to see if she hears anything beneath me.
All right. What's your detect noise?
I detect noise. I'll scroll. Detect noise is 35.
Okay. You do not hear anything below you.
Alright, silence is cast.
Yep. Head down the
Alright,
stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. So you head down the stairs, and you find yourself. The stairs immediately turns to the right on a hallway. You can see that there is another hallway off to the right in the middle of this hallway. And at the far end of the hallway, you can see that it turns right again, and there are stairs going down. There is also a window on the far left wall. And given your spatial understanding, you suspect that's somewhere above the servant's entrance.
We don't smell anything here. Like, I know it's a stupid question, but nothing stands out of the ordinary.
There is kind of a floral scent.
Alright, like a standard cleaning product. Probably,
Not cleaning, but
like an incense floral.
no, not
Perfume?
incense, but as in fresh
Oh,
flowers.
it's a bit of a I suppose, an odd question. I didn't smell anything from that shower woman a couple of times that I've met her.
Nothing out of the
Instinct.
ordinary.
No.
But you were also in
Yeah, I wasn't that
mostly
particularly
crowded
close either,
places. So.
So we don't smell anything cooking from downstairs or anything?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
You don't smell
Right
anyone
now, I'd
cooking.
say we need to check these rooms. Miss Spells, well, we got about 10 minutes.
Sinrae agrees.
We grab what we can information-wise. Alright, we go through the closest room we see.
You do not see any rooms. There is a hallway.
Oh. That turns off to the right, and then another
Yeah.
straight passage. Then turns off to the right.
Well, you're in the hallway facing that. You came down the stairs, turned right. There's a hallway. In the middle end of the hallway is another hallway going to the right. You want to go up to that and take a peek around the corner?
I guess, since there's nothing else we can do.
Okay. So you see a pair of doors, and then another pair of doors beyond that. They're exactly equal. Exactly opposite each other in both cases. So there's 4 doors.
Can we check the stairs?
You can.
I'll check the stairs, see if you can look down the stairs at all.
Okay, down the stairs, you see what appears to be a landing and a balcony, you think, or something like that. You'd have to get down and get a closer look.
Oh, so where like the master dresses the servants on the ground floor or something?
You'd have to get down there to
Check.
get a better idea, really.
No, alright. Well, I was just seeing if I could immediately see anything. So, alright, no, we check the rooms, I guess.
Okay.
Check both simultaneously.
We could probably do that.
Okay. So looking under the how about this? Who's going to look under the left and who's going to look under the right?
I'll look under the left.
Okay.
I'll take the right.
Sinrae, it's pretty dark. There's not a whole lot of light in there.
Get infravision.
Yeah,
Yeah, we wouldn't be taking any sight. We'll be using our infravision.
Well, there is some light. It's
General
just that
outline.
you would guess that there might be one small window, and that's it.
It's
In
dusky.
there, so it's really hard to make anything out inside there under the door.
Okay.
Whereas Lafdul on the right, you look under there and you can see what appears to be a kitchen.
No feet moving about.
Mm-mm.
Can I feel any vibrations?
Nope.
Not that you'd be able to tell that well. Not unless you got like a thing of water on the ground.
I mean,
room behind us looks like a food
if
storage.
you've got a foot or a hand on a floorboard that someone steps on, then you'd feel it for sure. So
Generally, if someone's walking around, you might feel something.
yeah, but you don't feel anything right now.
I reckon the room behind us, that one that's hidden, is probably a storeroom to keep the food supplies. If this one's a kitchen, one second, I need to cough.
Do you want to open those doors?
I'll open mine.
Okay. That appears to be a small bedroom. There is one small window in the corner, letting in relatively little light. There is an extinguished, a fairly thick candle on a bedstand, but it's not lit.
Does the bedroom look like it's been used recently?
Yeah, you would say so. The
Um,
bed is not perfectly made.
Any letters or books laying out?
Nope. There is a chest in the corner beneath the window.
She'll give it a
Yay.
she'll give it a cursory check if it's the servant's bedroom.
No. Yeah. Going with the. Can I pocket my silent object just to see if we can hear anything? And take it out again.
You signal
Just
to Sinrae to
Yeah, I can
stop and be...
speak telepathically.
Right.
Still, it lasts twice the duration of silence.
Okay, so Sinrae,
Pocket it, just listen.
you stop and do you want to listen as well?
Yes.
Yeah, we get
Okay.
to the floor probably because you can hear beneath us as well. Then
And what's your score, Lafdul?
I am probably not going to be using my brass thing 'cause it'd be too awkward to find. And so,
I understand.
My techno is 45.
All right, neither of you hear anything.
All right, I get out the silent item again, and you check. Can I Oh, what happens if I place the invisible item? It becomes visible, doesn't it?
Well, it was in your... No, I mean, you haven't dropped it, right? You're just putting it in your
No.
pouch and pulling it out again.
Yeah, it's still within my possession.
Yeah, so no, it's fine. It's still invisible.
Alright,
So the
would I...
you're looking at the kitchen, right?
Yeah,
she's
I
looking
want
at
to
the other
open
room?
I want to open it ever so slightly.
Okay.
And well, actually, no, I didn't hear anything, so I'm opening it.
Yeah.
Um,
It has some dishes that appear to be drying. You see 3 plates.
You know what's really annoyed me is I should have taken like putrefy food or something, force the person to go out, or like dissertation feast or something. But no, I have to do something in preparation for the food, don't I?
Dissension's feast, yes, you would.
Oh,
I think so. There is a tall cupboard pantry type thing up against the far
I
wall.
have got poisons. No. It's just foodstuffs, kitchen.
Yeah.
Can I tell? Does it have any? Does it? No, this isn't a dining room or any description, is it?
No, it's just a kitchen.
Can I tell generally how big the cooking ware is for how many people it would cook for? Or would I have to be cooked to make that out?
Yeah, I mean
If there's
like
only
this
two-
isn't a kitchen designed to serve a host of people, like 20. But it would definitely serve a family. I mean, like, you could definitely cook a family meal for even a fairly large-sized family of, 4 or 5 children, kind of thing.
Is there any like personal effects, or does this look like a shared?
It's a kitchen.
It's a kitchen.
Yeah, but people have like personal mugs. So that's the thing back then.
Not really.
Yeah, with 3 plates, it sort of implies that 3 people, or at least have eaten breakfast here, or in the household.
Was there any like dishes in the sink or something? If there is.
No, they're drying.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. How many things were drying?
3.
3. Oh.
You're stretching now.
In the meantime, Sinrae is going to see if that chest will open.
It is not locked.
Okay.
So
Wait! I say to her. No, I scan it for traps. I got
Okay.
detect traps.
It is not trapped.
Anything magical in there? I say open it when it's.
Yeah, she opens it.
Inside are silk robes. You recognize the one that you saw the Shao woman wearing yesterday.
That's her room.
That's interesting. Like, she's gonna think to Lafdul, I think this situation is different than we thought. The woman's we saw yesterday, her robe is in here. Meanwhile, she's gonna look through it and see if she sees any letters between the robes.
Nope, that's just clothing. And, I mean, like a hair comb and brush and small mirror and stuff like
I
that.
suppose
But no,
Solas would have told
there's
us
nothing
any part of the
personal
personal
in there.
effects. No? Oh.
There's nothing, like, other than clothing. There's no letters, there's no writing implements. It's just clothing of all kinds that a woman would wear and, like, brush, comb, stuff like that. Mirror.
Sinrae's gonna close the chest and peer onto the bed and then look under the mattress.
There is nothing under there that you see.
Okay. And
Lafdul look through that chest. He's just looking. Is there anything I could pocket? You say like is it a tiny comb or something, like a hairpin or something?
There's a spoon.
There would be
If it's a hairpin, I want a hairpin.
yeah, there'd be a hairpin.
I'm taking a hairpin as my holy symbol.
Okay.
Goes in the pocket. Hey, an opportunity presented itself.
that's just fine. Is there anywhere else in the room that could have books or letters or anything hidden?
There is a small drawer in the bedstand.
Sinrae's going to think at Lafdul, so do you want to scan this for traps? Well, she's sort of ribbing him.
Well, we know she's a spellcaster. I scan it.
Are no traps on it.
Open it.
If it's unlocked, she opens it.
Explosion!
All right. It slides open easily. Inside is another brush, and a few more like hairpins and stuff like that, and that's really it. It looks fairly empty.
Oh, question, Old, to you. This is basically my thieves' knowledge. Would I know if this is Yakuza territory? Yeah.
Yes.
Is there any like telltale? Do they have like any calling cards, so to speak?
Their main calling card is that if you don't pay them, they punch you in the face a few times.
No, but there's no way to make it like a Yakuza theory.
No, because they don't really do burglary.
Yeah, Yakuza are more
They don't
of
really
a,
do breaking and entering. They do their protection. They do gambling, and it's very much the kind of thing of if you don't pay, then well, it'd be a shame if something broke, wouldn't it? Kind of thing.
like
yeah,
your
like
nose.
your legs. We'll break your legs if you don't pay us.
Or I mean that's usually later. It's actually more it'd be a shame if all the wares that you sell, this fine china, got smashed up, wouldn't it? For not paying protection. That sort of thing.
It's a little hard to make money at that point, then, if you break everything they're gonna sell.
Well, but see, that's kind of the point, is that, you go out of business, and someone else moves in, and hopefully, maybe they have learned the lesson that they should be paying protection.
And then they come for your legs.
The legs is more if you get a loan, and you don't pay it back.
Because they can't exactly do cement shoes in this town.
They can jettison you, though.
They can. It's called jettisoning.
So, what do you want to look at next? You want to continue looking in these two rooms, or do you want to move on to the next rooms?
We can just
Sinrae-
test it for a few minutes and send you flying.
Sinrae suggests they keep moving.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna cough for you.
Okay. Again, looking under the doors.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mentioned to her to be silent for a second and listen. I do the thing with the pouch, put it in and out.
All right. Neither of you hear anything?
All right. Draw it back out and open the doors.
Okay. You weren't looking under the doors first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are.
The door on the left that Sinrae looks under appears to be a bathing chamber, and the door on the right appears to be a dining room.
The dining room.
Are you each going into your respective rooms?
Yeah, Sinrae is just mostly going to take a cursory look
Okay.
inside and then join Lafdul.
Yeah, there really aren't any cupboards or anything like that in the bathing room. There's a large bathtub, and some latrines and stuff like that. In the dining room, you've got a table with 6 chairs all drawn up under it, and a cupboard against one wall that has platewares and stuff like that.
Does it look like anybody's eaten in the room recently, or just...
Hard to say. It's clean. Nothing of significance. I mean, like, there's no food crumbs or anything like that. Yeah, Lafdul, I can see you typing if it comes to that.
Yeah, I'm really hard to talk.
Yeah, rest your voice. Sinrae is going to she's going to do a cursory check in some of the drawers and cupboards for any letters, but she's going to assume they're not going to be keeping that in the dining.
No, it looks like it's just all tablewares.
Yeah, she's going to indicate to Lafdul that they should probably keep moving since they don't have that much time on the silent spell.
Honestly, if there's nothing else in this level, I think we have to leave.
I don't know. I think I think if there is something, it's probably lower down.
It is, but you really want
Yeah.
to take our
We don't-
chances of being found?
No, and we don't know how long she's going to be out shopping.
At the very least, unless they check those drawers, they won't actually know that someone's been in here. And plus, it looks like a master's bedroom. By the looks of it, she doesn't sleep in that room.
Yeah, but the master does, who I would think would be here.
You can go down one more thing.
I mean, there's still
If you
still
want.
2 more floors at least.
How long's it been? Like 5 minutes?
A
longer?
little bit more than that. You definitely don't have much time. I mean, at the very least, you could peek down the stair, like go to the bottom of the stairs, and get a survey, and then run back.
Yeah,
But
because it's got a
Yeah.
balcony or something down there, so do
you're,
that,
you're,
yeah.
you're thinking that you're probably going to be running out of that spell pretty soon.
Yeah, well,
We just go down to the bottom of the stairs and look at the balcony, or wherever it is, and
Okay.
that'll be about it.
All right. So down at the bottom of the stairs, you kind of peek around. You still don't see anyone. What you do see is that this is the second level of the house, the second floor, and there is a wide staircase leading down to the first floor, and it's all open, with basically a balcony on 3 sides, not on the front wall, but on the 2 side walls and the back wall at the stairs. The balcony itself is very much like it has a Near Eastern style to it, where it actually has dense lattice woodwork covering everything, as opposed to just being like very open. So they're about maybe fist-sized holes in there that in this wooden lattice work all along the edges, kind of thing. And then a large staircase leading down to a very open atrium on the first floor. At the top of those stairs, there's a double door leading into whatever chamber is right next to the stairs, but you can't really tell what's in there.
how quickly would Sinrae be able to peek out the balcony through the lattice work to see if she can see anything?
You can see quite a bit already.
Okay.
Just like there's no one down there
Okay.
that you can
And
see.
there's-
I mean, there's a lot that you can't see, but you can still get a decent view from where you are.
Anything strange or unusual, or that would stand out as, well, that's kind of weird.
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, you do go up to the edge of the balcony and look down. And still don't really see anything.
I guess my detect magic would have worn off because it wouldn't outlast 2
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, that's worn out.
Yeah. She
Could I? Yeah.
probably should get out.
Yeah. We have to get out.
Okay.
So
So we go back to
Back
that
up
window.
the stairs.
yeah.
Do you want to go to the window at the end that was at the end of the hallway on the 4th floor? Go out onto the roof and down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that would be best than going through the kids' room.
Yeah.
Well, you've already locked that window anyway.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so back up you go and out. Let me go ahead and roll to see if you can climb those. You're just gonna climb the wall down, right?
Yeah.
That
We
seems like a
can
good
take
idea.
our. We can be more slower at doing it because we're invisible. We don't have to worry about noise, sight. It's just noise.
Yeah.
The silence 15-foot radius spell does expire before you get out. I'm assuming that you weren't running.
No.
No.
All right, so you do get out, and you do meet up with the rest of the party, and
We close the window, but
yeah,
obviously can't
yeah,
lock it.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I assume so. And you share the information that you got with the rest of the party.
Which isn't a terrible lot. Literally, it's just these letters.
Okay.
Sinrae asks the party if anybody knows the language that the letters are in once they're someplace more private.
And I don't think anyone does.
Leva can eventually.
We could ask. No, I don't think we should ask the fish mushta. That would give us. That would make us into like fairly dubious people.
Can't Leva do something like cast a spell or something to learn how to use that?
Comprehend languages if she has it memorized. Otherwise, you'd have to wait a day.
Yeah.
There are people I can take it to that could read this.
Which spell did you think of?
I think comprehend
Comprehend
languages.
Oh, not memorized.
Yeah, I figured not.
There's some. No, I can get a preliminary, an immediate translation. You know, go through it, and they'll. Well, I'm assuming Samara. Would I know Samara can speak Shao? She'd probably know most of the Bral languages.
I mean, someone in your in the
Guild
guild
would
will. Whether it's her is, you don't know.
And plus, it'd be confidential anyway, if it's done within a few skills, so. Which is what I'm after, ideally.
So you propose to the group that you know someone who can translate that?
Yeah, well, at least give me a summary, then I can just bring back the summary to you guys.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah. It's one of Laura's friends. It's a friend of a friend.
We have a lot of friends, Lafdul.
Yeah, Lafdul's got a life outside the group, you know, you should try that.
Lafdul's a popular man.
Well, he tries not to be popular, actually.
Well, I've got some family on an asteroid near here, but I don't get so much time to hang out with them.
It's been like a couple of years, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're not on good terms with them, or?
No, going around saving the universe with you lot.
Kind of keeps you busy.
Yeah. Oh, I suppose they'd like to know if you're still alive there. Same with my family, that's why I sent Yelden a letter to contact mine.
So everyone's fine with him getting them looked at?
Yeah, I'll be back in a couple of hours.
Okay.
Hopefully,
That
it's not
sounds good.
demon worship stuff.
So, Lafdul, the information in that, it's a lot of documents that you got, so you're kind of getting some, quick overviews. Many of the letters or individual pieces of paper appear to be business correspondence.
What kind of businesses? Or...
So...
Because we got nothing to go on here, so we got to work out something.
Right, so it's business correspondence along the lines of investment. So, in a lot of ways, someone who wants to ship some goods, bring in some goods and sell them, will oftentimes get investors.
Alright, so
and
this
they'll.
person's an investor.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of those are related to. It appears that he is working through a solicitor on Bral, someone located in Showtown. So basically, all of the correspondence is from the solicitor to the master of the house. At least you assume so. And his name is Marutso.
Marsa.
Marutso.
Alright. Something that I can relay back to the party.
Yeah.
Anything in the
Wash.
letters?
Yeah.
And the ledger is essentially more of the same in terms of it's tracking his income. A lot of it is tied up.
Do.
A a lot of it is tied up in current investments and stuff like that.
Ah,
So nothing overt, as in I sold 3 women yesterday, and yeah.
No,
Yeah.
there's nothing slavery related in there.
is there anything that looks like potentially coded messages, encrypted or cryptography? Would anyone recognize that?
The best that the person that you talk to in your guild can tell is that he seems to be importing, personally importing small quantities of something that they don't know what it is. It's like they're clearly using a code word for what's being shipped in.
What's the
but
code word?
it's a nonsense word.
Mm.
So they don't know what it's supposed to represent. Like they kind of describe it as, like they tell you the word, but it's a word that it's not something that you could you could ship, kind of thing.
Okay.
And he seems to be importing it from a wide variety of worlds, including Toril, Shaolong Empire on Toril, and a number of other nations in other crystal spheres.
Is he exporting anything?
Not personally. He's just bringing stuff in, and it's very small quantities. The volumes fit into small containers. Like it describes the volume in terms of pounds as opposed to tons or anything like that.
Could I?
Yep.
Does it say what containers they're using?
No. It gives weight, but that's it.
It doesn't say
right.
pouches as opposed to boxes.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't use terminology for the containers.
Okay. No, I thought we might be able to guess whether it was liquid or solid or whatever.
It would be measured differently.
Oh, yeah. Can we tell from the measurements whether it's a solid or a liquid?
It's weight, not liquid measures, so you
Yeah.
can extrapolate
Okay.
from there.
Cool.
Yeah. The only reason I was asking what what they were calling, what they were shipping, is because I could ask some people in the Couriers Guild if they've come across the word.
Right. So what's illegal?
You could, but the problem is that generally they would not be allowed to tell you.
Yeah, true. Damn.
All right.
Right. I wonder if Solas
they
can
got
find out
costs?
what's illegal that Shell people like.
Did they have any costs associated on there?
Yeah, it's extremely expensive, and it's very
So-
infrequent.
Could
Like
it be gems?
it's many, like sometimes this record goes back 10 years,
Oh.
and you were seeing maybe 20 shipments in total.
My question.
Whoever they're gonna want this. Whoever.
And I'm also curious is we went through a good amount of the floors of the house. We didn't see anybody. No servants,
And
no
they're generally probably restricted off the higher quarters.
Yes, but
Yes, I guess.
The house, it wasn't up on like stilts like the other ones were, or
No.
pillars.
No.
No. Does it look like it might have had a basement?
Possible,
Possible.
but cannot confirm. Many of the buildings, the ground floor is still up a couple feet. It's just that unlike some of the very Shao buildings, there's no space underneath it. So it does have a stone foundation, but whether that's just a foundation or whether that's a basement, you don't know.
Okay.
Any unusual movement while we were in there from the people on watch?
No, the Shao woman and her child were visiting the stalls as normal, although you would think that they seemed nervous. Or at least she seemed nervous. Like she was watching for perhaps another situation like what happened the day prior.
Oh no, people talking to me.
Could be a problem for her.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, I mean, and whether or not it's actually her child, because the child's bedroom was on
Her
the
child
top
was
floor.
Shao, wasn't it?
That doesn't mean that's her child.
Was there any resemblance?
Yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, insofar as you can tell.
It's just odd that if
I mean, just
she's living in a
as an
servant's
aside, most of the time
Yeah.
I can't tell that a
alright.
child of 10 years
Initial
old looks like an
Shao's-
adult. So
Yeah, no, I just was postulating because usually if she's a servant, if that's her room, since we found her robes in that room, that's by the dining room, servants' children usually wouldn't live on the same floor as the master. Just
No.
some thoughts there. That I'm not sure what to do with that information, but
Solas was by himself when he got the forget spell cast.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, she was only with that child, no one else, as far as he could tell.
As far as he could tell.
Yeah.
was it obvious who was casting the spell?
No.
Was it obvious it was her?
He could not tell.
Okay.
If he's not familiar with the spell, then
And he was kind of focused on the necklace.
is it possible to use memory read in order to figure out whether or not the implications of the spell being cast?
No.
No, well, if he's not focused, if he didn't recognize it, then there's no way for someone else to recognize
Yeah,
it.
I mean, he's already gotten
Yeah.
his memories back, so.
Yeah.
Or we'd have to try to get into her memory, and I don't think we can do that without her cooperating.
Pretty much not.
So
Maybe Leva's friend knows what the item is. The old lady.
You just want me to do Mayo Baba's voice again, don't you?
Yes,
I don't even
Level
remember
one,
exactly what her
yes,
voice
yes.
was.
I'm grasping at straws here. That's what I'm doing.
Unless
Yeah,
we literally go
actually,
into
yes.
front, but that's such a bad idea.
yeah,
Would you come with, Higgimus? We're going with. She
No, I
knows
would
you
go
as
as a
well.
group. I'll go.
yeah,
After likes that tea.
yeah. 'Cause it's starting to run down to our options are breaking back in and checking the bottom few floors, including if there's a basement, or directly confronting the woman, or I hate saying this, grabbing her and the kid and taking them somewhere to talk to them.
Let's first go and talk to Maya
Yeah.
Baba.
Grabbing people off the street is a bad idea.
Well, no, it wouldn't necessarily be off the street. Lafdul would be more than capable of taking her out with the science. She would practically be helpless.
The problem is if we then get her where we want her to be, and she turns out to be where she wanted to be, of her own free will. That would be rather embarrassing.
Well, that and getting her when she doesn't have the child with her.
Well, that too.
I'm still suspicious
are-
about the child.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go talk to.
I didn't get that 20% identity on the child or the woman, did I, for that class?
No. And it's only 20%.
Yeah, I know. I was just wondering if you forgot that was all.
I rolled each time.
So let's go to Maya Baba.
All right, so everyone is going.
Yeah.
Sure, I've never met her before, so I'd love to meet this lady.
Okay.
She's fun. She's really fun. She's actually a nice lady.
She makes great tea. You should try some.
Let me
Yes.
see if I can remember her voice. It's going to disappoint some people if I can't get her voice right. All right, so I believe I had her shop at the end of this alley here. I think that's where I had her shop. So you go in there. You find the shop. It is pretty much exactly as you remember, cluttered with all kinds of knickknacks and charms and remedies and jars full of Eye of Newt and powdered tiger bone and stuff like that. It's a very tight squeeze for Higgimus to get in there. And with all of you in there, it is extremely tight. This is a small shop. But
Good thing we're all such good friends.
it's also kind of helpful that many of you are small. Braxon, a couple elves, works out pretty well. So you, I assume, Leva, you're leading the way?
Yes.
Okay.
So Leva's best friend, so...
No. There's sort of degrees of friendship there.
So you enter.
Leva's best friend is the horse.
That too.
So you enter the shop, and seeing you come in, Mayobaba kind of gives a clap and a cackle. Ah, you return. It has been a while. Yes.
Hello, Maya Baba. Good to see you again.
Oh yes, I am doing well. I'm doing well. You have many friends with you today. You out of tea? You need more? I would have thought you would have needed more quite a while ago.
Yes, I would need tea, but we also have something else.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you remember the tea that Leva got.
I got
Yes.
some last time that didn't have the
Definitely.
bad stuff in it.
I would say that we
It's
first
great
make
for the
tea and then
spellcasters.
tell her about it, because then she might be in a better mood if she gets the money first. So,
Tea for everyone.
yes, tea for everyone. How much would that cost?
Well, she doesn't have any prepared. I think I wrote this down. Hold on a second. Let me
I think
see.
Lafdul could use some tea with honey.
She sells it for 25 gold pieces for... Basically, it would make 10 pots.
I'll take one of those. 25, you said.
Okay.
Yeah, Lafdul will as well. She's got more.
Well, 125 gold pieces makes 10 pots of this tea.
Yeah, no, I still want my own 10.
That Okay.
Because Lafdul may have dubious methods of their use.
Okay. Fair enough.
He's a mischief maker.
That's a fair
What
point.
do you think they do?
That's a fair point. All right.
Especially in the poor crew that he's going to have on the next trip.
They manage mischief.
All right. So, oh yes, I have some of the tea. It is good quality. Good quality. I'm sure you'll be most pleased with it. Now, is there
Explain this
something
to us,
else you
wacky
wanted?
wacky
I
tea.
can tell that you have a question. Question from
Yes.
Mayobama. Yes.
Yes, we have a question about. We're following the missing people from around here.
Yes. Many people worried about that.
In fact, Lafdul, why don't you, or Sinrae, why don't you tell them? Because you were in the house, you found stuff. You might be able to describe better.
But you want me to describe the The
Just
seal.
describe to her what we found. If we didn't find anything, did and just be open and honest with her. She'll help us.
Well, no, I'm out of character. What do you want me to describe? The seal or?
Those the items that
Yes.
they're buying and that sort of thing.
Okay, I describe the what we covered with the ledgers, and I also describe the seal that we saw.
They recognize the word.
Yeah.
Do you have any of the documents with you?
Yeah, Lafdul's got them.
Okay, we
Do you
show
want
him.
to show those to her?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. The old woman starts looking at it. She kind of pulls out a large magnifying glass of strange design and examines the paper and the seal. Very interesting. You found this here on Bral, you say?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Very worrying.
Why?
What is it?
Well, She turns around and pulls a large old book from a shelf and lays it out in front of you. Opens it up and flips
You're
a few
doing
pages.
a coughing fit from the dust.
No, actually, it's not very dusty. You see various pictures of monsters like.
We do.
Oh, do.
This is
dear.
an illuminated book with all kinds of different
Oh.
monsters on each page and everything like that. And it stops on a page with some sort of partial humanoid, partial fish creature with huge fangs tearing into a fisherman on a boat.
Ah, so Lovecraft was here.
And she taps the page and says, someone seems to be looking for more of this. It is inadvisable. It has many nasty effects to the body if it is not just right.
Not just right. So what happens if it is right?
Oh, some say one can be like a god.
Hmm.
Do you mean that just like how good your tea is, or?
Much better.
Oh. I take it
so-
this has nefarious intents or something.
Oh, well, I suppose someone could feed it to their enemies, but they run the risk of making their foe more powerful.
What's it do?
If the legends are to be believed, well, I mean, I only have the legends. I have never experienced this myself, nor has my mother or her mother. We just know to avoid these creatures.
Sinrae is going to just talk about. She's going to tell her about their encounter with the woman and the very strange child.
They have not visited my shop, no. I think I would remember if they had. Indeed.
Can this, whatever it is, affect children in any way?
I don't see why not.
As soon as she was just start talk out, as it was very strange. The child lived on the upper floor, but the woman that seems to be his mother lived on the servants' floor. We're rather worried for the woman and possibly what other women have been taken. we're trying to figure out if we should get the woman out sooner than later if she's in danger.
Oh, she might be, but he might be as well. Who knows? As for living arrangements of people, who can say? I know not. I do not know these people.
I don't know. I wouldn't know what normal living arrangements were with a family either. So, is there anything else you can think of, ma'am, that would help us?
Well, if someone is bringing this in, it is quite dangerous. It can slay those whose bodies are not right for it.
This is very vague.
Well, as legends always are.
Did you recognize the seal at all?
No, I do not know that. I do not know many of the shippers of Bral. I do not involve myself in that.
So we should investigate shippings going in and out of Bral for this mysterious subject.
So, Maya Baba, how could we recognize one of those kidnapped people?
Have you the ability to see through magical illusions? Or magical changes? It is powerful magics or so, I hear.
I have to spell magic.
You can dispel it, but not if you don't recognize it for what it is first. We don't have the initial ability to recognize it.
Cast
Doesn't
dispel
Braxon
magic.
have something?
You can cast dispel magic
Yeah,
on an area.
I've got a tube that. Well, I think that's for finding invisible things.
Yeah, it's not for illusions.
So it
I
might
can only see illusionary doors.
Is
So
that
if Leva casts dispel magic on the area where those two, the boy and his alleged mother, are there, would we then see what they really are?
You're asking out of character, correct?
No, Leva is asking Maya Baba. Since Maya Baba said, "Have you got the possibility of seeing through illusions?"
I do not have magics of my own. I know not what the spells can do. I just know that some magics can pierce such things.
Oh, okay.
there is a spell to detect illusions, but I don't think priests get it. I mean, it might be a mage spell.
I don't have it.
Why don't you give me a spellcraft check, Leva? Actually, Lafdul can do it too.
Solas.
And Solas can do it. That's fine.
Spellcraft, yay. Nope.
Well,
Mages now.
You suspect, Solas and Leva, you suspect that she's talking about a powerful magic spell called True Seeing.
Ah, okay.
And that is definitely a spell that matches what she is describing.
Can she say the name of the legend? What she is referring to?
Like, is there a more common name we should be?
Oh, no, its name is different on every world.
That's a level 6 spell, True Seeing.
Yep.
Would she know of detect illusion now?
No, she wouldn't. She knows
of
magic
its
in
existence.
vague ways and stuff like
Because
that.
she uses illusions, she would not know of a spell that would use it, just like how invisibility works.
Mayobaba doesn't use illusions.
Not Male Baba, I must live. I suppose I am actually asking in character just how you use illusion magic. Could you not detect illusions? The reverse. Like how people can become invisible, you can use magic to see invisible. A less powerful spell, but it's more specific to the situation.
Could I?
I mean, I don't think you have the spell detect illusion, so
No, I
No,
don't.
but she might be able to learn it, I suppose. I don't know how long it takes to learn a spell, actually. From a spell book, rather. Isn't it a spell book? It just doesn't take. It just takes a day, doesn't it? It's from a spell book.
it takes less than that, really. But I don't recall that being one of the spells that I've
No. But she
rolled
could
up.
go to the mage guild. Maybe one of them have it. It's a chance.
Let me check to see how common the
It's
spell
on
is.
touch.
I
Others
was
can be
just-
able to see illusions as unreal. If caster touches the creature with both hands.
Yeah, we
That
can
might
always.
be dangerous. That might be slightly dangerous.
No, it's fine.
We just go into the marketplace, cast Dispel Magic
No,
when
it's
she's
only
there,
common.
and
It's only common for illusionists, uncommon for mentalists and diviner, otherwise very rare.
Yeah, but if an illusionist has the spell, they could teach a non-illusionist. It doesn't say it's restricted to illusionists.
Do we have an illusionist?
No,
No, that's why you
Mage's
an
Guild
illusionist?
probably, because no, I mean at the gnomes are pretty common illusionists, so it's one of the more common specialty mages.
Yeah, but it's very rare otherwise, so chances are you're not going to find it there.
You never know. I'd still say it's worth a try.
Sinrae suggested maybe next time they're in the marketplace, one of you cast Dispel Magic on them, or
It's very apparent when you're casting magic, especially a spell like that.
So, what would actually happen if Leva cast Dispel Magic in the area where those two...
Well,
Oh,
you
shocking.
roll to check to
invisible?
see if you dispel the magic, and either if you don't dispel the magic, then there's no indication that it fails. It just nothing changes.
Okay.
So like if
Does
there is no difference visually to you between failing to dispel an illusion and successfully casting dispel on a creature that you think is illusionary but isn't.
Okay.
So there's no difference between those two.
does Leather get wild surges on Dispel Magic?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a spell.
And she can cast it at a higher level because of that, but she could also cast it at a lower level.
You could lose your... No, you couldn't, because I then cast it on you. But they could lose their clothes.
Well, it
or
depends
fall
on
in
what's
love with
magical.
me. True.
You might be better off casting Dispel Magic outside of the market. Like, if you was at their house when they left and went to the market, you could sneak up behind them and cast it on their backs.
yes, only if she's
I
invisible.
can't cast it on their backs. If I cast it on a person, then it's on a person, and it's not on two people. That's what I
Okay,
understand
well,
it. So it would be an area, and then it would be a 30-foot cube.
okay, fair enough. What I mean is, if you cast it in the market, you're going to draw a lot of attention from a lot of people in the market. Whereas if you got them when they were walking along the alleyway on the way to the market,
Couldn't
Yeah.
she do it while invisible?
Yes,
yeah,
but I have to say, Leva would feel bad if she cast, let's say, an area effect of Dispel Magic, and all the shop owners who sell potions all of a sudden just sell water.
There aren't that many.
It only
Like
needs
every
one.
single one of them that's going to be selling that kind of thing is on the map right now. Numbered. It's a numbered building, so.
Okay.
Also, if they're selling water instead of actual potions, you shouldn't feel bad.
no, she means you turn their potions into water.
Yes, I would. I would, however, consider
Because you did it to us.
Oh, right.
Shh. We're not talking about that. Shh.
No. Sinrae wants to know about this.
So I could consider Leva waiting in the corner, waiting until the door opens and they come out, and then casting the spell on the area where they come out.
Well, I think if you let them take a few paces away from their house,
Yeah.
then they can't run back in if you cast it.
I'm invisible when I cast it.
No, you won't be invisible when you cast it at someone.
Yeah, that definitely breaks
You'll
invisibility.
immediately would break.
I mean, I don't cast it on them. I cast it on the area.
Still, it's
You're affecting something else.
yeah,
with
unless you were
intent to do
specifically
something.
using it to dispel your own magic.
No.
Okay, well,
No.
the reason why I'm saying about letting them get a little bit away from the house is if the child turns into a big blood-sucking monster when you cast Dispel Magic, and we can stop it getting back in the house, we can chase it down the road, and then if anyone sees it, we've got an excuse to kill it. Whereas if it runs back in the house and shuts the door and turns back into a child, we don't have an excuse to kill it.
We always have an excuse to kill it.
Oh, no. We need to make sure it's
we're,
bad. before we kill it.
we're assuming the child is not just a child mixed up in some really creepy stuff, or the child has become yeah. So didn't she? So Sinrae looks at so a child could become godlike. What exactly would that entail?
Oh, the legends do not specify. I'm sorry. I would tell you if I could.
Sinrae sort of looks at the group.
I don't even know what this is. I'm lost.
So, depending on what becoming godlike means,
Could mean just being getting high. Godlike, you know.
Could mean very intelligent.
Could
Getting
mean a
wings
lot of
and flying
things, so that's
away.
why it's vague.
yeah, it could mean anything. And what I'm worried about is a lot of those implications when applied to a child.
Question
Mhm.
about just a bit more detail on what we actually noticed when we checked their thoughts. I remember you saying that the child is not afraid.
No.
It wanted to go home, but it was not afraid. Was the woman afraid at all?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You could not tell whether the woman was afraid, what the woman was afraid of, or afraid for, or anything like that, but there was fear. There was an undercurrent of fear, basically the whole time that you and Lafdul were using your magics to
There
get her
is a
service thoughts.
spell.
And
I
but
could.
the boy did not fear at all. So
No.
what was the boy's main thoughts were? I want to go back home, but not because of fear.
It was get away. He was thinking get away.
Get away from us, or for him to get away?
I think that we never
Probably
specified.
get away from you.
Was there
You're
any
not really sure.
emotion that get away?
It wasn't. You weren't able to determine that
Could you-
specificity.
The woman, she was, from what I remember, what Old said was that she was basically worried for your safety when you talk to her.
Do you think
Was she worried for our safety when we talked to her, or when we talked to the boy?
When you talk to her, started to trying to talk to her.
It was not a. It didn't really change depending on who you were talking to, kind of thing.
Okay.
And keep in mind that really only Sinrae, when she was in the child form, talked to the boy.
Yes.
do you think that
So when we I'm sorry.
do you think the boy might be talking to the woman mentally from the reaction speeds?
Wouldn't we have picked that up?
No, those would not be surface thoughts.
Right. But from when he was saying that he wanted to leave, did she seem like she changed her attitude and wanted to leave immediately? Or did she wait until he said we should leave?
It didn't really change. I mean, like she she was nervous and afraid the whole time. So
Okay.
Solas,
Fair enough.
did your sister have any particular mannerisms?
Not so
Would
obvious.
would you be able to, if she looked different, would you still be able to recognize her?
She didn't have that many obvious mannerisms,
Hmm.
unless she was busy doing research.
Mayo Baba,
yes.
do you have something? I mean, you're selling teas. Do you have something that would help us in figuring out why this woman was afraid and why the kid was not afraid?
Oh, I think you would need to talk to her.
Yes, but do you have something that might help? You are selling so many tools that we can use, like the tea that helps us be more relaxed and feel better, like other things that helped us with the shower thing that we had. Would you have something that helps us in this case as well?
Oh, I'm sure I have many different things. Do you think you could feed them something? Maybe I could give you something that would make them a bit more relaxed. She kind of runs through a whole bunch of different things, and as a wizard, you're pretty sure that they're all folk remedy type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
As
It's
in,
like
they don't have any inherent magic of their own or anything like that. I mean, they might have some. There might be some mild effects, but nothing on
And
the level
alchemy-wise?
of one of your spells.
Hailed.
Mhm.
What about alchemy?
That's one of the things that's giving you this idea. She's a you know
Sage.
not even a sage. She's like a
Shaman.
but I mean she's it's like folk remedy stuff and legendary info and you know everyone says this plant does this thing, so you know I mean there's no real basis on it other than everyone says it.
So basically, wise woman.
Yeah.
Lava,
Lafdul,
if-
you were asking something?
Could I use emotion control on her?
On Mayobaba or
Would- not on my old pal. I got no reason to cast on her. Yes, whenever Leva talks to her, she's really mad at Leva for some reason.
let me take a
No,
look at this spell.
No, I was just thinking if maybe, I don't know, I did friendship or happiness or courage, something to counter the fear effects. I know it's like a
Is there anything
something that would give a counterintuitive for her from running away.
That might work. You probably wouldn't know if it would work until you tried it, though, because you don't know what's causing the fear. You don't know what the exact effects are. I mean, emotion control in a lot of ways is supposed to be used as a combat boost.
I could charm her.
Is there any way we could cast something on her that would block any outside telepathy or influence? So that if somebody was reading her, was talking
Mind
to her
blank, 8th
mentally. Yeah.
Well, I mean, protection from evil prevents exertion of control, mental control, but
not if it's already existing.
no, it doesn't
prevent,
break. Yeah, it doesn't break the spell, but it just prevents the exertion of mental control. But that assumes that she's actually being controlled.
Yeah.
What about charm?
I mean, you
had
can
to
charm
take
her,
charm.
but that's
She
not
wasn't
gonna.
charmed.
Yeah, she wasn't charmed. It's not what.
No, but I'm sure she wasn't charmed. But if I believe Leva were to,
It wouldn't necessarily counteract other effects. It would just make her see you as, you know, her best friend that she would do almost anything for.
What if she's under a geas, like that spell you said you had, Leva?
That could be
Less
really
gears,
bad
yes.
if you try to force her to do something.
Yeah, so could she be under one of them? You've got one of those spells. Couldn't you cast something on her?
I cast lesser gears, so it probably would work as well as it did on the dragon, I would think.
It
I
might
mean-
be seeing, trying to dispel magic on them still might be the best bet, especially if what I have an inkling of might be true. But I don't want to get Solas's hopes up.
I mean, you could try it.
Leva, I think it's worth the try.
Oh, yeah.
To charm her,
So-
you mean?
No,
no,
dispel
to
magic.
dispel magic on her and the child, though.
Oh, I get it.
Particularly
I'm prepared to do
her.
that. I'm prepared to do that, but only if I have the backing of the rest of the group, because once they see me, if it actually works, and when they see me, they're gonna concentrate on me.
So this woman might be Solas's sister made to look like a shell woman.
Could be.
Yeah. Old.
Mm-hmm.
Would detect magic detect the illusions?
Yes,
Yeah,
but it
you
will not
get an illusion.
reveal that it is an illusion, and it will not reveal what is going on. So,
You just get
there's
illusionary.
there's really no visual difference. Like, there's very little difference between detecting, someone polymorphed or cloaked in illusion or wearing magical armor or something like that, or under the effects of their own detect magic. They kind of all look the same. The wearing a magical armor would actually look different because it would be the armor that would radiate. Still, you could try it.
I've got the spell friends. I've the scroll.
Friends just increases your charisma towards someone. It's the kind of thing that you would want to do if you're just about to go into a business negotiation or
Okay.
some people were distrustful of you when you were trying to make them not so distrustful or something like that.
Yeah, is there an alley like Leva could be partly concealed behind to cast it? So that it's not immediately apparent if things do not work out the way we hope they do?
It depends on where, at what point she wants to cast it, so... Casting it, in busy marketplace would at least mean that there's a lot of people around to hide her. On the other hand, if she's invisible when she casts it, she's going to suddenly pop into view in the view of a whole ton of other people who might be surprised.
Yeah, I'm thinking Leva casting it when they're leaving during the day.
Right.
Yeah, I would not want to be invisible when casting it, but I could.
So that just being ducking down, not being immediately right here, but being off to the side.
Yeah, I could also polymorph self. I do that, so I look different.
I mean, there is a chance with detect magic to detect if they have a illusion cast on them, because at least you would detect possibly it is from the illusion school.
Yeah, but only the
yes.
wizard's version would detect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Priest's version wouldn't. You will never
Priest
get any
version would
information.
detect
Yeah, you get the
the
sphere.
sphere.
But wizard spells don't have sphere. So unless it was a... So, for example, you would not get a sphere of fireball. Because fireball doesn't have a sphere. It's only a wizard spell. And spheres are not effect-based, they're caster-based.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible to cast spells with camouflage? Or would it be cast as moving stupidly?
It would basically break. I mean, it would be classed as moving too fast for it or whatever.
I got a question as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If somebody else made a lot of noise, would it interfere with Lever casting a spell?
No.
So if somebody walked along behind Lever or looking like they're going to overtake her or in a slightly different direction with like a tray of apples or something, shouting that they're selling apples. Apples, get your apples really loudly while she's casting.
Then you'd
Could
have
there
to
be
sell a lot of apples.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if... I'm
That
wondering
roleplay
if that
I think
could,
we're making this-
Yeah, your goal is to be a distraction so that
they can't
people
necessarily
would
go,
look
"Oh,
at
there's someone
you
casting a
rather
spell."
than yeah you could do that. That would certainly I mean, a lot of what whether that's going to work is going to depend a lot on what the spell is and what the effects of that spell are going to be. Like if she cast a fireball, no, you're not covering that up.
Well, I think
Oh,
we're,
yeah,
just,
yeah.
we're just going to dispel magic,
Right.
not boil her.
But dispel magic, that might work. You're not sure.
Yeah.
So a lot of it's going to depend on, but, again, it might depend on, if you cast dispel magic and one or both of them turn into big hideous monsters, yeah, they're probably not going to be paying so much attention to the person walking down the street selling apples.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
And they might
Yeah.
immediately realize mentally that that person is not related to what just happened to me.
Well,
So
my-
that's what I'm
Wouldn't be
saying.
distraction
That's what I'm
then.
saying. It would
Oh, no,
depend
no.
on what the effects of the spell are. So
My-
it's certainly something you could try.
My main intention was to not have them realise that Lever is casting the spell until after she's done it.
Yeah,
Just
and
to buy enough time so that the spell hits them.
It might
If
work.
nothing else,
I will
if nothing
say that
else,
it might work.
If nothing else, you can just stand there and I can hide behind you or behind him.
Yeah.
So there.
If nothing
As
else,
usual.
Braxon can throw apples at the hideous monster. starts charging
Well, if they
people.
turn into monsters, then the group bursts out from an alleyway and attacks them. But
How about we do this tomorrow? So Leva has time to
yes,
change her spells a bit, so she doesn't.
It's getting close to the end of the session anyway. So is that kind of what you're leaning towards as being the plan that you're gonna
Yes.
Yeah.
try dispelling?
yeah,
Okay.
Yes,
and see what the outcome is.
None of us had detect magic when we were near her
I do
Okay.
have detect magic.
But none of
None
you
of
had
us-
it cast.
to
No, I
know
didn't
if
have
they
cast.
were radiating magic.
Didn't have it.
Are there many people on Bral walking around selling albatrosses?
No.
Although I could knock on her.
Albatross.
I mean, easy way to create distraction wouldn't be necessarily selling something, but for instance, two people having a loud argument.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah, could
you
be.
with her.
You could definitely the point being that you just create a lot of noise, a ruckus, so that people's eyes are drawn to you.
Oh, yeah,
yes. Yes, you could do that.
The main reason I suggested someone selling stuff is it doesn't necessarily be something that you are going to be concerned about.
Right. No, I mean, so, is there? Do you want to go with the selling apples, or do you want to go with the argument? Because I think that might be. I mean, it might make a difference.
I
Braxon
think
would.
an argument would be more distracting.
Yeah.
It's human nature
could
to
always
check
do
out
both.
an argument.
You
Could
could
always
do
do both.
both, but at the same time, the more stuff going on, the more it might seem
Okay.
obvious that you're
Well,
intentionally.
If two
Especially-
people want to step up for an argument, that's fine. Otherwise, Braxon will.
I mean, Braxon, we're already married, so us having a fight would be just.
And you could mix Lafdul in there because
yeah,
you
Lafdul
are
would
Lafdul's
say-
daughter.
What did I
Lafdul
do?
would say, "What are you doing with my daughter?"
The woman just stands there really confused.
No,
Alright.
after I
Happening.
approve. It's fine.
So real fast, is the idea that Leva is like at this corner here, casting it as they're walking away up this way?
One moment, I haven't seen it yet.
This corner?
Which corner?
All right.
I mean,
hold on.
Lafdul could cast the spell magic as well.
Are they coming at the back entrance?
No.
This is the front.
Are you at
you
the
can
building
both
now?
cast dispel magic on each other.
So
They
you'd
duck.
be at this corner as they walk up this street. Is that what you're thinking? So Leva, you're at this corner. They come out of the house and walk up the street.
That would actually be a good idea. Yes. Where would the others be? Where would the
Well,
other people?
I want to because
Yes,
that
Leva-
depends on where you're casting the spell. Where
Yeah.
they're trying to create the distraction depends on where you're casting the spell. Do you want to do it there? Do you want to do it at another place? It's kind of up to you. That's
How
or the
open is
party in
this?
general. I mean,
Is there anything anywhere around where Leva could at least partially hide?
your best bet is basically around a corner kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
That'd be
I could come out here, cast the spell over here, and then race over here into this corner.
Well, I mean, no, like you're just at the corner of the building. Step
Yeah,
around
okay.
it as they're walking away. Cast a spell. You can go back around
Sounds
the corner.
good.
Okay. So you want to do it like right outside the front of the building.
How much of this road be involved in it? That's what did they say? 30
30-foot cube.
cube. Okay.
You're not getting to that street from if you're casting it basically dead center in the middle of that street. You're getting about 10 feet into each building. The street's only about 10 feet wide.
Okay. I want to, if possible, impact as little as possible outside for people.
Yeah. I mean, exactly how much you get is going to depend. I'll actually have a map for this next time.
Okay.
Now, I will also be helping her, and I'll try my luck at casting Dispel Magic as well.
You might try it from up from the roof.
All right. So both of you
Yeah.
want to dispel magic at the same time, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we influence each other? Do we impact each other?
No.
I don't think it's possible for you to well, as long as you're not caught in each other's spell effects, then
You both dispel each other's dispel
Yeah.
magic spell.
Yeah, only
That would
thing
be
that is
terrible.
dispelled is your dispel magic.
Yeah,
No,
Lafdul,
one
you
will
better
be
look.
cast. Then the other one will cast.
I mean, if you, as long as you're outside of the area of effect, you could both basically cast it. We just roll initiative to see which one goes off first and see what happens and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I'm also thinking the
One
Their
would
words.
cast from
The
this corner
distraction.
and another one from this corner.
the distraction should probably be up this way if Leva's going to be over in this section casting it, because that way they'll be focused in front of them, not behind them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
there's
look
other
how-
places that you could do it. You could wait until they're into the crowd of
No,
the
don't want that.
shop stalls and stuff like that. I mean, there's going to be other people around. Other people are going to be affected by this.
Yeah.
Yes, but I want as few as possible.
The only good thing about the market could be if one of them does change and it's not like into a hideous monster, it would be easier to separate them.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
If
So,
Braxon was
casting
going to be
time-
here,
The casting time for my spell is 3. And the duration is instantaneous.
Yeah.
So, this is the same for the priest version.
No, it's 6 from mine.
if Braxon was going to come this way, and he'd be walking into the dispel, he'd have to get all these magic items and put them on the ship or something.
Have someone carry them for you for tomorrow.
No, that-
temporarily?
Well, wouldn't have time to change armor and that sort of thing.
We'll get someone who has significantly less items, like Sinrae or Solas, to do it. They've only got a couple of magic items, whereas the rest of us are like swathed in them.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I mean, if Braxon was going to do that, he could have silver daggers under the apples just in case it's
Silver.
someone's affected by silver.
Okay, so is it Braxon and Sinrae who will be creating the argument distraction?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
freaking
Marital spouse. Marital row.
What do you mean we're not really married?
Is that, I just want confirmation. Is this confirmed that you two?
Yes, I will do it. Braxon?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We don't have to. We could be arguing over apples. You're out all day selling apples.
And
I'll never see you.
I'm assuming that everyone else would just be around, but outside the expected area of effect of the dispel magic, ready to rush in and help if things go poorly.
Yeah.
We might need Lafdul to be on the roof to spot when they're coming out and signal lever.
I thought he was
Why-
going to cast the dispel magic.
I'm
as
casting
well.
dispel magic.
I mean, you
That's
could
fine.
cast dispel
Okay.
magic from the roof.
It'd stick out like a sore thumb.
Just saying.
Or can you both be invisible?
Yeah, we're gonna pop into view.
I know you'll pop into view, but can you be visible so that you can see her opening the door to come out and then get into position?
Yeah, but then he wouldn't be able to signal that someone was coming out.
Let's just
I mean, if
stand there.
if Leva is on the corner, she can see when the door opens.
This is where she goes up the servant's entrance instead. Oh, you've been full.
I would suggest, Lafdul, that you take Tayan with you. And
Oh.
Yes, because then he can nip you.
It's the last time you ever see Tayan.
Well,
How about
It'd make a nice
well,
rug.
hold on. I didn't. It didn't sound like Lafdul was confirming that he wanted to be on the roof.
No, I don't.
You don't want to be on the roof.
you don't want to be on the roof?
No.
I
Okay.
don't think there is
well,
a
then it's okay.
need for someone to be on the roof because
Okay then. How's this
Like
for an
I said.
idea? We get one of the sneaky people to find a way to prop something on the front door, so that when they open the door, it drops down and makes a clattering noise.
Why?
you don't
That's
need
that's
because
unnecessary.
if someone is on the corner, they can easily see if someone comes out of the
All right, fair enough.
building.
Yeah,
I think we're
you're also
making this
talking
too,
about
complicated.
putting something up against the door would be extremely obvious.
Mhm.
In addition, the doors open inward.
Figures.
I can see if that child's really a child by like pushing, using my ring of telekinesis to push a toy cart along the ground, see if the kid's interested.
I
All
thought you was
kids
going to
love
say
toy
using your,
cards.
I
or
thought you was
like-
going to say you'd use your ring to push him over and see if he falls over.
I'm not.
All right. Well, that would have to be after the dispel. I mean, because if the idea is that you're immediately casting the dispel as soon as they're coming out, so they don't get too far. Okay. So this all sounds good, and everyone else is just like around the corners, ready to rush in if things go poorly.
Yep.
Okay.
Why don't we just let her
Higgimus,
watch?
would you want to go on the roof?
No.
You can fly.
Big
I could
Giff
No one
on
needs
roof.
to be on the roof.
I think we discussed this before, that Higgimus
Yeah.
weighs too much to
Okay.
not cause a disturbance.
I
Okay.
mean, even if someone were to wait on the larger street, it's still only about 60 feet away.
But Higgimus
Think
could be
about it.
causing a disturbance. He's
They
trying to
could-
repair the roof and all the tiles fall off the roof. They look up, lever jumps out, dispels them.
It's like drop bears. You look up
They say
and it drops
there's a
on
hippo
you.
man knocking the roof off.
Giff
And after
repair
that,
man.
someone sends us a
Practical.
bill to repair the roof.
All right. So next time we have the plan. Guys can change your spells up in between sessions.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
old.
Yes.
I think everyone in the group should be healed because if they haven't healed naturally, I have spent the
Yeah, that's fine.
downtime during waiting the.
Yeah, it's been a number of
Take
days,
out.
so yeah, I'm fine with saying that.
Cool.
All right. So, in terms of experience points, that is going to be 600 experience points for Braxon,
Ooh.
700 experience points for Higgimus, 500 experience points for Ockar, 600 experience points for Solas. 700 experience points for Leva. 700 experience points for Lafdul, plus an additional 1,000 for his thief.
1,000.
Yep.
700 for both, 1,000 for my thief.
An additional, no, 700 total, split
Yeah.
between your two classes,
Yeah.
and then an additional 1,000 for your thief.
What's the 1,000 for my thief?
Your
thiefy thing.
You were a
thiefy
thief.
stuff, yeah. And
Yeah,
Thief.
for Sinrae, 1,200. 1,200.
Ooh.
Yeah. But a lot of it is magically augmented.
You still did quite a bit of thiefy stuff. There were move silent checks, there were climb wall checks, there was an open lock check,
Alright,
there was detect noise checks. You guys
No,
did
no,
a lot
no,
of...
I think you're complaining.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? 1 experience point. 1 experience point. There you go. I'm kidding. When I give you experience points, just take it, man. Unless you feel like you're getting too few.
Oh, Ald, what experience did I gain last session?
Oh, shoot.
That's a
Did
good
I
question.
not PM you?
No.
I did not. Well, poop. Hold on a second.
Yeah, sorry, I was too out of it this week.
No, I thought I PM'd someone.
Did you PM me? Oh, you did. You did.
Okay, good.
So sorry, my brain has been.
It's okay. I usually try to PM people right away, so...
Yeah, I even reminded you.
Sorry
Last
about
time.
that.
Yeah, and I think that was right after I'd PM'd her anyway, but... Yeah, it's okay. Alright, so when we come back next week, we'll get this plan going and see what happens. I'm looking forward to the funsies that will happen.
Everything going wrong.
So close, Sinrae.
Everything going right for a change. Just once.
Nothing never goes right. Alright, well, thank you guys for playing. Thanks everyone out there for watching. I hope it was a lot of fun, and we'll be back next week with more Adventures in Arcane Space. See you then, everyone.
Thanks for the
Thank
game,
you for the
and thanks for
game.
the people watching on Twitch.